Hey guys, so this video is going to be about Accutane and my experience with it and my journey with it. I know there's a lot of horror stories out there about the effects of Accutane and how strong it can be, and that's what makes it so hard for, some of us to decide to go on it. I know it took me a while to decide to go on Accutane. I'm 24 now. And I've had acne since I was like 14 years old. Through the years, I've tried everything over the counter. I've been to the dermatologist. I've been on Retin-A, clindamycin. I've taken antibiotics orally. You name it, I've been on it. I've never had the full really bad cystic acne. I've always had kind of moderate acne, I would say. It'll go back and forth through the years. Sometimes it'll be okay to deal with. Recently it's been pretty bad, and I used to only break out in my T-zone when I was younger, and now all of a sudden I am getting really bad texture on my cheeks and random breakouts on my cheeks all the time, even down my neck, which I just felt like enough is enough. I wanted to go on Accutane. I just felt like I'm ready to take that step. So I'm gonna share my journey with you guys. I hope it's helpful to you. Today I'm gonna go over, I've been on Accutane for about 6 weeks now. They started me low dose my first month, 20 milligrams, and 30 milligrams for the second month that I've been doing now. So first I'm gonna get into some of the side effects that I've been going through. Like I said, I'm on low dose. So the first month being on 20 milligrams, I really haven't had any really strong side effects that you hear about. Like, my lips haven't really been cracking or anything yet. They've been really dry throughout since the beginning, but not all that bad. Okay, so the first side effect I guess that I noticed was weirdly my ears started peeling, kind of like behind. They started peeling. That only lasted a couple days, and then I just kind of scrubbed it. It went away. I haven't had that side effect since then. The other thing that I noticed in the beginning right away was around my hairline. I started getting really flaky and really bad dandruff, where it was falling through my hair, and you see I have really dark hair, so you can see that. That went away within a week. I'm still getting dandruff. I never ever have to wash my hair. That's one thing that I actually really like. But I'm not getting terrible dandruff anymore. It's very light. You can't really notice it unless you're up really close to me. The other side effect I had in the beginning, I was a little moody, definitely, when I first started taking it, but I can't attribute that completely to Accutane. I don't know if that was from the Accutane, because I did also start birth control the month before Accutane, so my body was definitely not used to that as well. And birth control definitely does affect me and my mood. Anytime that I've gone on and off birth control, I definitely get mood swings and stuff. So I'm not sure if that is completely from the Accutane. My breakouts were normal. They fluctuated. I would kind of clear up and then break out and then clear up again and think, oh, it's done, and then I break out again. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm used to that as somebody with acne. I always think, oh, it's done. I try a new product or whatever, and it's not done. I'm still gonna break out. And so I wasn't too bothered by the breakouts. I was hoping to see better results, obviously, because it is Accutane and that's supposed to be the magic pill. But yeah, so that wasn't a big deal to me. Since then, I haven't been breaking out at all this month. Since I started the 30 milligrams, I haven't broke out at all. My skin has cleared up. I have makeup on right now, but I am going to put pictures in the video so you can kind of see what my skin looked like before, and I'm going to take a picture without my makeup on for what my skin looks like now. My texture improved straight from the beginning. Even though I was still breaking out, my skin looked better because, you know, like the little texture bumps you can get, I wasn't getting those anymore. Those cleared up right away. So even when I put my makeup on to cover what breakouts I did have, my makeup was looking smoother already. And that was still when I was on the low dose of 20 milligrams. It's even gotten better since I've been on the 30 milligrams. The body acne I had, I would break out sometimes on my chest and on my back. I had to be really on top of exfoliating to avoid breaking out prior to going on Accutane. That cleared up right away in the first month. I would say definitely within like the first 2 weeks that was gone. I used to sometimes even get on my arms acne where they would leave marks and stuff. And I'm not having any of that anymore. So let's see what else. Okay, so now I'm just mostly going to talk about the second month. Now, when I've been on 30 milligrams, I've seen more side effects since I've gone up a little bit. My dermatologist told me that every time we up in dosage, that the side effects obviously are going to be more, but surprisingly, I thought you would clear up. She told me that people usually have an initial breakout every single time that they up their dosage. However, I was lucky enough, I have not had that. I had my initial breakout, you know, the first month and the second month. I have not had that. My skin has completely cleared up. I don't know, I'll like kind of go close. If you can see, like, my makeup's very smooth. I really only have left a little bit of hyperpigmentation and stuff. My skin is very sensitive. So anytime I have a pimple or anything, it leaves a red mark. And that's another reason why I went on Accutane, because I don't have very strong bad acne, but it leaves a lot of marks on my face. So, you know, even when I don't have acne anymore, if I don't have makeup on, it looks like I still have it. And so that's another thing I'm looking to get rid of, and which this second month it has been lightening. I've been seeing it go away slowly but surely. Hopefully in the next few months that will be gone too. Oh, another thing. So another thing that I've noticed in this past month that I did not notice in the first month is that my heels, like the back of my heels on my feet, are sore. So you know, my joints, I wouldn't say, I haven't really had pain in my elbows and my knees or anything like that. Surprisingly though, the back of my heels have been sore. I don't know, I do like to wear heels and stuff a lot. Maybe that's why, I'm not sure, but that is the one like pain effect I've had. I haven't had headaches or anything else. That's the only pain that I've had. Also the first month, the first week that I went on the medication, I was having the crying spells and stuff. That has subsided. It really only lasted the first week that I was on it. But yeah, the first week it was rough. Like I did have to remind myself, this is the medication, you know, whatever. I would just get upset about something and I would like need to cry about it. And I'm not a big crier all of the time. So, you know, that was a little different. That was difficult to deal with, but like I said, it didn't last, and I haven't really been moody at all since then. I'm back to my normal self now. So yeah, obviously my lips are peeling. The second month, the first month I really didn't notice the dryness that much. I mean, it definitely was dry. I was having to wear chapstick and stuff like that, but it wasn't as extreme. This second month, like, I don't know if you can see my lips right now. I've been putting on Aquaphor like a lot. But if you can see, it's like peeling. Like the skin is constantly peeling off of your lips. I haven't hit the cracking yet that a lot of girls talk about with the corners of your mouth. I'm kind of anticipating that coming when my dosage is higher, but I haven't hit that yet. Right now I'm putting on the Aquifer Healing Ointment on my lips all the time, and as long as I don't forget to put that on, I'm good. But I'm not wearing any lipstick or anything right now. I try to stick to either the chapstick or like an oily lip gloss. The lip gloss, actually, I have some lip glosses that are like from Victoria's Secret and stuff. They're the heavy, thick, oily ones. Those actually, I feel like, moisturize my lips even more sometimes than the Aquifer does. So yeah, I like wearing those a lot. Also, my pores are a lot smaller, obviously. You know, your oil glands are shrinking. So the pores like around your nose and your forehead and around your chin, they're a lot smaller. I'm not getting those like little tiny blackheads anymore you can get around here. A lot of people do. Or anything like that. I'm getting a little bit of drying around my nose too. You can't really see it. It's not peeling or anything, but when I put my moisturizer on, I can feel that, you know, that like that little stinging that you get when your skin is a little bit dry. So the other side effect that I've recently really noticed the most, being in my 6 to 7 weeks in, so like 2 to 3 weeks into my 30 milligrams, my skin on my arms has gotten really dry, and I'm getting these really dry patches on my arms. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of scaly. It's not quite eczema, they're just little dry patches, and I'm kind of peeling on my upper arm, and that has been another big side effect that I've seen this month that I did not see in the first month. So I have not had any issues with the sun or anything like that. I personally don't really go out into the sun that much. I do live in a very warm, sunny state. A lot of people go out to the beach and all that kind of stuff, but I'm also a licensed esthetician, so I know already about the sun's not good for your skin whether you're on Accutane or not, you know. So I tend to not go out in the sun that much anyways. I haven't really tested with it. As far as drinking goes, I know that the everybody knows to not drink on Accutane either, because it's being processed through your liver, so you don't really want to be doing double. Now, I will say what my dermatologist told me, because I was so warned about don't drink on Accutane, don't drink on Accutane. You know, I was going on a vacation to New Orleans maybe 2 weeks after I was set to like get my Accutane prescription. And so I asked my dermatologist, like, hey, should I wait to get my prescription until after I come back from vacation, so that way I'm not drinking on it? Or, you know, what should I do? Or should I take it now? It'll be fine. And she said, it's fine. She said, just the days that you're drinking out there, take a break from the medication and then just keep taking it when you come back. Just obviously, it's going through your liver. You don't want to be overly drinking. But I just wanted to share that with you because I know that people really dig in about the don't drinking. And my dermatologist said, you know, I just wanted to share what she put out there. I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor, you know, I'm just sharing my experience with you guys. So, you know, maybe that can help you make your educated decisions. Another thing I wanted to warn you guys about, because this is something that when I started taking Accutane, I wasn't aware of this. It wasn't one of the big things to know about. So they're going to want to test you on your liver enzymes to see how your liver is working and dealing with the medication, and then also with your cholesterol level, because Accutane actually raises your cholesterol too. So you're not going to want to be eating too much of like really bad foods that's going to raise your cholesterol and stuff. I mean, some people end up being okay with it, but you know, not everybody is. I do have one of my friends, she's even younger than me, she's like 19 years old, and they almost pulled her off of her Accutane because her cholesterol was going so high. So, you know, you do want to be wary of that. If you are going on the medication, you know, you don't want to go on the medication and then have to be taken off of it if you can get through the whole thing, because you want to finish that course. So there was that. And so another thing you're going to want to avoid is any type of exfoliation on your face, any waxing, threading your eyebrows. You're not going to want to do any of that while you're on Accutane, because Accutane is already exfoliating your skin. It's constantly peeling off. Like right now, I'm peeling on my arms, even though I've moisturized already like 3 times today, and I'm peeling. So if you wax or something, you run the risk you could basically rip off your skin, and you don't want that scar. You don't want to rip off your skin. So yeah, don't do any waxing. Don't do any, you know, chemical peels, any of that kind of stuff. If you go to get facials and stuff like that, make sure you let your esthetician know that you are on Accutane and you cannot be doing, you know, any intense services. You can really end up scarring your skin, and then, you know, what's the point of you going on Accutane when you injure your skin? So also, you want to be careful. So I wanted to know, when I started on Accutane, what kind of vitamins to take, just to kind of combat, you know, any kind of risks that you're taking with Accutane. I have heard of some of the extreme side effects like hair loss or anything like that, and I was very fearful of the hair loss, especially because this is my real hair, so, you know, I do care for my hair a lot, and I was very scared of losing my hair, as most women would be, you know. So I asked my dermatologist, you know, I did my own research on my own, and when I went to my dermatologist, though, she said we only recommend taking vitamin E for moisture in your skin, to try to hold that moisture, and then I brought up the hair stuff to her, and she said to take biotin. She said you have to be very careful, because some vitamins, even multivitamins, you know, but multivitamins can tell you if there's vitamin A in them. And obviously you do not want to be taking any more vitamin A, since, you know, Accutane is basically just a high derivative of vitamin A. So, you know, you don't want to be taking any more of that. And in some vitamins, you know, it can be hidden in it. So, for example, in fish oil, vitamins, it could be a type of fish that has vitamin A in it, and you wouldn't think about it, and you wouldn't know. So you want to be very careful about any supplements that you're taking. This is a little extreme, some of you may not want to do this, this is all your preference, but I even have been avoiding, you know, the vegetables that I know are high in vitamin A. You know, any orange vegetables, sweet potatoes, carrots. I've been avoiding those just because I know that I'm taking Accutane and I'm already taking in a lot of vitamin A, and I don't want to be supplementing that anymore. You also want to take, when you take your medication, you want to take it with a meal, preferably one with fat in it. You definitely don't want to be on a diet when you're taking Accutane. You don't want to be cutting out all fats when you're taking Accutane. The fats actually help your body process the Accutane and help it go through your bloodstream and everything. So if you're not eating fat with it, it may not work as well. And you definitely don't want to take Accutane on an empty stomach. You don't want to, it can cause nausea, any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, so you don't want to be doing that. You could take, it doesn't have to be a bad fat, you know, you can take it with avocado, peanut butter, anything like that. And so then I was going to go through the products I've been using. So I really so far have just kept it really basic. You know, the dermatologist recommends that we use the most basic skin products we can while we're on Accutane. Kind of let your skin do its thing. So I will say the main cleanser, this has been my favorite cleanser so far, and this is what I'll definitely stick to using even probably when my skin gets more dry, It's the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. And yeah, this does not dry my skin at all. I'll use this every day, morning and nighttime. It's not too much for me yet. So on the days though that I do wear a lot of makeup like this, I will use this Birds and Bees cleansing oil with coconut and argan oils. So you can see that. I'll only use this, yeah, on the days that I wear like heavy makeup, and I'll use this first and then I'll go in right after with this. But I will not do that when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. And that does not dry your skin either. I try to stick to mostly drugstore products. I really don't think that you need to be using anything expensive or fancy when you're on Accutane. I mean, the Accutane should be doing most of the work. And you don't want to be using anything intense. And I just don't really think that there's any need to be going and spending all your money on like a moisturizer or something. Now, down the line, when my skin's getting really dry, you know, who knows? I'm very open to trying things. Right now, I'm also just using the CeraVe lotion. I know it says PM on it, but I use it both daytime and nighttime. It's very moisturizing. It has all the hyaluronic acid and essential ceramides. So I use that before I put my makeup on, during the daytime, and at nighttime. I don't really think you have to just use this just for nighttime. They also had an AM one, and I think it's just AM because it comes with sunblock in it, and that's what makes this the PM. But the one that comes with SPF in it, by the way guys, be careful. Make sure you're reading ingredients when you're buying products from the drugstore or at Sephora or wherever, because even the facial lotion that I got with the SPF by the CeraVe company that our dermatologists are recommending when we're on Accutane, it came with retinol in it, and retinol is a form of vitamin A. So you want to stay away from that. Be very careful and make sure you read the ingredients and make sure there's no retin A or vitamin A or benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, anything like that. It's way too much for your skin right now while you're on Accutane. Also, like most other girls that are on, and guys that are on Accutane, the healing ointment. This is what I'm using on my lips all the time, constantly. So yeah, this is a savior for your lips. You want to glob this on at nighttime to make sure your lips are okay and alive in the morning. So that's definitely essential. You're going to want to get a lot of that. They also come in these like little tubes that you can carry around. I can't find mine right now. I'm like constantly losing them. But they come in these little tubes that you can carry around, kind of like lip gloss if you want to too. I also wanted to talk about, you know, when it comes to taking Accutane, like remember, it is your choice. At the end of the day, don't let other people's opinions on it deter you or scare you. Or push you, you know, to go on it. Ultimately, you know if it's worth it to you. I know for me, I had people telling me go on it, and I had people telling me don't. And I chose to go on it because, you know, I felt like when I woke up every day and the first thing I did was to check and see how my skin was doing, that I thought, I just don't want to have that be my first thought in the morning anymore. I want to wake up and be ready for the day and be excited for the day. And so that's why I made the decision for me. And, you know, ultimately you know the right decision for you and what's worth it and will be the best for you. Nobody else can tell you that. So just do all your research and you'll be fine.